service. Start video transmission. Okay. Bang, we're live. We're live, baby. Let's get it. We have today for not the first time on YouTube, but certainly the first time in a while, What's Left Sports podcast
This
on
is
YouTube.
probably gonna be coming here now
Yeah, probably the
because
regular.
TikTok is just too. They're just censoring everybody for no
TikTok
reason.
is barbecue chicken. TikTok is done. It's over. The only people that are going to be staying on TikTok are going to be right wing extremists because that's their new home.
Well, I mean, I think it's just gonna be a ton of. It's gonna be the people who are already there that already have the audience there, like a big audiences.
I mean, even like this past week, Dean Withers, they they shadow banned his TikTok and he couldn't be live anymore.
That's actually ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. TikTok is just on a. They're on a actual L streak right now. It's
they
pretty
are
bad.
on a steep decline. It's like one of the best ways to do like political debate with people. Like people can come into your TikTok stream and like just talk to you, and you could hear them, and it goes to their stream. And they just said, "Nope, not anymore."
Yeah, they decided that they wanted to make it into propaganda, so
Yes, they
it's
did.
pretty lit.
It is pretty lit. You gotta love it, honestly. Anyway, without the remorse of just all things happening right now, we do have some sports to talk about,
Yeah,
which is fun. It is Pro Bowl week, so we got the Pro Bowl going on. Our boy Shadur Sanders in the Pro Bowl, which is
I mean,
hilarious.
we still
Um,
got to talk about last week's games
we still do have to talk about the
with the conference
championship games.
championship.
It's true. Two great games, and we'll give you our opinions on some things that have happened throughout the week, coaching
Yes.
hires and what have you, and we'll also give you a preview for the Super Bowl 60. So that'll also be cool. Yeah, let's get started, dude. First things first. I think we should go over the championship games from last week.
Possibly, do you want to go over possibly the worst AFC championship game maybe ever?
Yes.
Maybe ever.
Mm-hmm. It was certainly not a fun game to watch. I mean, it was a bad game. It was a
Well,
really
the
bad
the
game.
first half, I was like, dude, something may be happening.
Yeah,
This could be it.
yeah.
Actually, I think it wasn't even the first half. It was like the all the way up until Stidham did that fucking dumb fumble.
The fumble, the
Just take
intentional
the sack, dude. Like what the heck?
exactly. It made no sense.
There's multiple games. There's multiple things in this game that made this game bad.
Yes.
And I wanted to go back to like kind of what we were saying the previous week, where we both predicted that Drake May was going to struggle.
We
And
knew he would. Yeah. I mean, that defense is elite. It is so good to get
yeah,
pressure on the quarterback.
yeah.
You know.
But we said we thought this was going to be a blowout um, for New England, but
Yes.
it's and we were saying if Denver was going to win this game, that they probably were going to need like 3 turnovers at least.
Mm-hmm.
And that just didn't happen. And I don't think
Not.
they got one. No, they didn't get a single turnover actually, but they played really good defense the whole game. Oh wait, no, they got one interception.
One interception is
Oh wait,
yeah.
no, they didn't get any interceptions. Never mind. No, they didn't get a
Nope.
single one.
Nope.
So
Yeah, Drake May
yeah,
was 10 for 21 for 86 yards.
10 for 21 for 86 yards, bro.
Yep. Against
That's god awful.
against the best defense in the league in a snow game.
No.
Well, the best defense in the AFC, sorry.
The best defense in the AFC, which kind of leads to a point where, I mean, we'll get into this when we talk about the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're going to talk about the Super Bowl this week or if we're going to talk about it next week, but Drake May has struggled 3 times. He's gone against the best defenses in the AFC. Well, he's gone against the top 4 defenses, right?
Yes,
and then now he's going to go up against the number 1 defense, undisputably at this point.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, they let LA score 27 on them, but the LA Rams have the best offense in the league. So it's kind of a double-edged type of thing. It was the best offense versus the best defense. And the defense came out. Actually, it wasn't really the defense came out on top. It was the special teams, but we'll get there.
I mean, look at it this way, all right? The Drake May has played horribly against top 5 defenses so far.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now he has to play the best one. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not a future, I'm not a future fortune teller. What I do know is I think he could be cooked.
He's gonna be cooked.
I'm
just gonna say it. Like, I'm not here to fucking. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But he's gonna get cooked. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's a second-year quarterback. He's played bad in the playoffs. This isn't like a Mahomes situation where he's lights out.
No.
He's not making like massive comebacks.
No.
And like that, like he's just been playing not very well, right?
He's
been good on the ground. His legs have been very good. I think he's rushed for like 150, 160 yards in these 3 playoff games, which is great, but no. But this New England Broncos game was looking really good. Jarrett Stidham threw an absolute dart in the end of the first quarter. Maybe it was the start of the second. To Mims for almost a touchdown, and then he got the touchdown to Courtland Sutton right after, which was a great play. He completely tricked Christian Gonzalez with his eyes and hit Courtland Sutton wide open in the back of the end zone. That was phenomenal. And he actually looked like pretty good. And it was all the way up until that fumble. And then he looked like absolute ass after that. And it started snowing really, really bad.
Yeah, it started snowing out of no. That was the fastest I've ever seen snow just start.
Yeah.
And like be a factor like it was,
And let's just get this out there, right? Denver could have won this game.
Absolutely.
And it's honestly like with Jarrett Stidham at QB, you have the best defense in the league. You know it's going to be a defensive battle. Sean Payton opts to not take the points, which is funny because that's what we said last week, right? We said you need to take the points whenever you can get them. We saw the Bills lose the same way. You need to take the points whenever you come in, right? And especially in this league environment, like the statistics are based off of I think the past 10 years of when you should go for it on 4th down, like what the statistics are like, oh, you should go for it or not. It's just a different league. That's what we said last week. It's just a different league, and it's so defensive heavy that you just need to take the points wherever you can get it.
Yeah.
But let's not even talk about it being a defensive league. Your backup fucking quarterback's in. When you go down and you get 3 points, that's a win.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
a dub. Okay. Yeah. And they decided to go for it on 4th down. I think they decided to go for it on 4th down twice. They missed the field goal. They got a field goal blocked. And then they went for it on 4th down twice. So you make one field goal, you're going into overtime, you're probably winning. With how the Denver defense was playing in the second quarter, I mean, what did Denver give up? Really? They gave up 10 yards?
Yeah.
They gave up 10 yards on a touchdown, right?
Yep.
On the Jarrett Stidham fumble.
Yep.
That's it.
That's
all they had.
They were 10 yards away from maybe going to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
With their backup quarterback. I mean, listen, Broncos fans can say all they want. That this game would be different with Bo Nix. I don't know how different it would be, though, to be honest with you. I think Jarrett Stidham did enough in a lot of his reads. I mean, yeah, that fumble is probably not going to happen, But I don't know. It feels like the Patriots found their way to win this game in like a very unusual fashion, but they still got it done. You know what I mean? Like regardless of what it was, I feel like that they were going to get this game. And they were going to win it, regardless of what, was going on, if Bo Nix was in or out. I don't know if this game is different if Bo Nix is in.
Oh man, really? You don't?
I
think Bo Nix at least gets 21 on this. this defense. I don't know where New England falls with that. I don't know if they were just playing game manager really at this point, just trying to get out. But
I don't know, man.
certainly
Like,
when the snow started going down, I mean, they were trying to game manage. Like they gave Ramondre 25 carries, right?
yeah,
They
that's
gave
true. That's
that's
true.
a lot.
That is a lot.
But
And
I
I
mean,
mean,
let's talk about that real quick. I mean, 25 carries for 71 yards. That's pretty abysmal.
that
Like
is
that's not good.
not great. Also, I mean,
It's like 2 point some yards a carry.
Drake May had 65 yards on the ground too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and a 28-yard rush as his long. So, you got to think
Hmm.
about, he did a lot of stuff on the ground too. Had that TD. So, Drake May once again proving the reason why he's MVP of at least the Patriots team. I don't know about the league, but but yeah, let's talk about, how many times they rush the ball. I mean, you look at that's 35, 38 carries total on the ground, you know.
Hmm.
I'm thinking
Which like a lot of those carries for Drake May are probably not like
they're probably scrambles.
play called
Yeah.
as runs or scrambles, right?
Yeah.
But it still goes into the total.
I mean, we're looking at this and we're saying the Patriots weren't game managing. I don't know. You know, not I'm not saying that we're looking at it like that, but I'm saying people have been looking at it like that and say that they weren't game managing. I don't know, man.
Well, I don't even know if it's game managing, but it's certainly playing scared
Yeah,
for sure.
and I
They
don't know
did
if
not want
it's
to. If they turned over the ball, they did not want to turn this ball over. Like they didn't
no.
even want to have the risk. And Drake May knew that. I mean, that's why he's scrambling so much. Like he's just trying not to throw a pick.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's not what you want to play for. You don't want to just play for not throwing a pick, right? Like
And
that, I felt like that was the only thing going through his mind on a lot of these dropbacks.
yeah, and I mean, you don't want to be a cold weather team being afraid of the snow either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Both these teams
Mhm.
were cold weather teams, and both of them were playing like they were afraid of the snow, which is not really what you like to see if you're a cold weather fan. Like that's bad in my opinion.
Yeah. Especially with New England out here being like, oh, if they were playing in New England, we would have them in the snow and we would absolutely destroy them. It's just like it's 10-7, bro,
Yeah, 10-7,
and it
and
was
it's
snowing.
and it is snowing. So the only difference is that in New England you're at sea level, and in Denver you're mile high. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. This whole game is just like such for being an AFC Championship game. It's just such a strange game. Oh, also, Mac Hollins. Did you see that catch that he had down the sideline in this game?
Oh, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What the
Oh,
hell just happened?
I don't know. That was weird. Mac Hollins. Did you
Okay.
see? Did you see Mac Hollins and his that one? He had two receptions, but one of them was a really nice catch down the sideline.
Yeah. Hmm.
It was right after he was like dancing and celebrating, and it was right after there was like a play where he was being a little cocky, because something happened. I don't remember what it was that happened, but he came back onto the field, and he, in my mind, I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, the defense is for sure trashing on this guy. Like they are just like they're trashing on him for sure. And he comes out and makes like a fucking moss catch and lights him up. It was awesome. But I love to see Matt Collins like having success
Well, why is
because
Mac Hollins just like kind of coming into his why is he like in his prime randomly?
I don't know, but he's also 32 years old. So
I know. He's like I know, but he's playing like he's in his prime. Like
no, yeah, I agree.
it's weird.
Yeah, he is.
It's weird.
Hmm.
It's definitely strange, but I mean, dude, I mean, a lot of people like don't really understand how big fucking Mac Hollins is, bro. He's 6'4".
Yeah, dude, he's
6'4", 220, and like he just goes up and grabs the ball with his hands. Like he has fucking huge ass hands.
yeah,
Crazy.
he will moss you. He will.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when it will happen. Um, I mean, Jarrett Stidham on the other hand of this game, though, he played better than Drake May did, in my opinion. He
Yeah.
had one
Well,
fumble.
he gave up the ball twice, right?
Yeah, he had a fumble and then an interception, which is just like, you know,
But he had
yeah,
more yards than Drake May total.
he did,
He had almost as many yards passing as Drake May did total.
and he got sacked less.
And yeah,
you know.
I think the
And
biggest thing here is that like New England just came out and wanted to stop the run, which is the correct thing to do, in my opinion. But I mean, you got to get more out of your running backs here, right?
yeah,
Like this is
I mean
this
both
is
sides of the
abysmal.
ball, but for being a snow game, especially like you got to give. I mean, R.J. Harvey needed to get the ball way more for you guys to be, or not for you guys, but for the Broncos to actually like be in the game. Yeah, they've
Yeah,
relied so heavily on this run offense for the whole season, and then all of a sudden you just like run away from it. Makes no sense.
yeah. I mean, the Patriots were stacking the box. Don't get me wrong, but it's still like you still got to put the ball in his hands. Like 13 carries probably wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
But also, I
Probably
mean, they're
not.
going 3 and out like a lot. It was a really rough situation for sure.
Yeah,
But those field goals definitely killed you because if at least if it's tied, you're not afraid to run a ball, right? Because you're not afraid to run the clock. If you're up, you're not afraid to run the clock either. But the fact that they let 6 points go, like you're kind of just sitting here and you're like, come the fuck on, bro. Like now we gotta change our whole game plan.
yep. Well, I think another part of this game that you have to think about is I think you said it in the beginning, but Will Lutz. Will Lutz hits both of his field goals that he attempted. This game's different,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I mean, one
And
got blocked, so I'm not gonna put that on. But that other one, he should have made that other one.
yeah,
Let's not get it twisted. Like that, he just missed it. Like she just fucking missed.
yep. I just don't understand. They made the right call and going for the points and trying to take the points, and their kicker just wouldn't do it, you know? And I mean, on the
Yeah,
other side of the ball, you have I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong. I always do. Borgales. They're the Patriots kicker.
Borregales, I think Borregales,
Um,
something like that.
they also like tried to take
One
points and
for
they
three.
couldn't get it. 1 for 3. So I don't know, man. This both teams miss a lot of point scoring opportunities, and people think that this is a good game because it's such a low scoring game. I've seen people on Twitter saying that it was
No,
one of the best games that they had seen, and I'm like, dude, this game was dog water.
no, it was so bad.
It is a horrible game.
It was so
Like
bad. I mean,
I think a Texans Jaguars AFC Championship would have been way better. To be
look,
honest.
you, yeah, it is true. I mean, Will Lutz did miss, right? He missed one. He got one blocked, right? So the one that's blocked was just unfortunate, but I mean, there's two other opportunities for Sean Payton to call the field goal, and he didn't.
Oh yeah.
And I genuinely don't know why, especially like that 4th and 1 play. Like, you just go for the points, right? It's
Mhm.
probably fine.
Mhm.
Like, it is what it is. But he called a fucking bootleg run that ended up in a 4-yard loss. Like, what? I genuinely, like, what is that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just run a QB sneak. Like, are we really that scared of Stidham getting hurt? I mean, good lord, like you can't just be that afraid. Like if you are 4th and 1 and you're on like the 10, like you just call a QB sneak or go for the points. Like I don't really know. You could also just run the ball, but obviously that wasn't working at that point. But I don't know. I just think this was a masterclass in how bad Sean Payton can be as a play caller, especially like when he's making the decisions to go for the field goal. He has the number 2 defense in the league, and he doesn't get the points twice. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't call for to get the points twice. That's really bad.
That is
Even
really
if you
bad.
miss the field goal, it's still on their 10, right?
Mhm.
Like that's still a really long drive. So like I don't know. There's just no downside for me for going for the field goal. And like as soon as he did it, I was like, oh, this is so dumb. um, and they missed it. So yeah, it's just yeah. I think this was a masterclass with Sean Payton. Like how to not how to
How to
like
not call
how
a
to
game.
be stuck in the past, kind of
Yeah.
like how to not know the situation of the game at all.
Yeah. That's fair. that's a very Sean Payton thing to do too.
Let's
Unfortunately for the
go.
Broncos. So
Let's go to the next game.
so Seahawks Rams. This game was so insanely good. On the flip side of the Patriots versus Broncos, because it had it all. It really had it all. You know, it had touchdowns. It had entertainment. It had everything. It had one of the MVP who probably should win the MVP in Matthew Stafford. Probably have one of the best playoff games of all time. And the other quarterback in Sam Darnold also having one of the best playoff games of all time. Like Matthew Stafford was 22 for 35 for 374 and 3 touchdowns. And Sam Darnold was 25 for 36 for 3 touchdowns and 346 yards. Like, that's a big time entertainment game,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And yeah, even in the regular season, some of the best games, you don't get games like this. Uh, it started out hot. It started out really, really, really like it just started hot. Kenneth Walker rushing for a touchdown on the first drive, like, or on the second drive. Sorry. Um, what we've been saying all season about the Seahawks has proved to be true. Is that Kenneth Walker is the guy. Kenneth Walker should just be getting all of the touches, no matter where the ball is. Like, yes, if you want to give Zach Charbonnet the ball on a third down, that's fine. But Kenneth Walker should be getting the ball more than Zach.
Yeah.
And now that Zach is injured and he's proven, I mean, in the 2 games without Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker has had over 100 yards from scrimmage and at least 2 touchdowns. So I don't know. Take that for what you might, but if he gets those touches in the regular season, there's not a doubt in my mind that he could have been fantasy running back number 1, in my opinion.
I just want to interject real quick. Can I share with you a text that I sent to Christian?
Yes.
And this is going to be a very controversial text.
Okay.
I said Sharb getting hurt was a necessary sacrifice to unlock blocking for K9.
True. I
Bro,
agree. Yeah.
They're actually blocking for him, which hasn't happened all year. It took Zach Charbonnet getting hurt for that to happen. Like, the line is actually blocking for him because Kenneth Walker is getting the designed runs that Zach Charbonnet was getting.
Yeah.
Which obviously the offensive line is way more comfortable blocking.
100%. 100%.
Anyway, continue.
No, I completely agree. Like, the blocking has been actually like really, really good for once.
Yeah.
And I mean, it hasn't been like that all season. And now that it is, you see what Kenneth Walker could do. And I mean, even on the plays where the blocking wasn't good. I mean, there was a play where shotgun, a split back formation. It's a draw. Linebacker comes to the line of scrimmage, and Kenneth Walker just like makes him miss, like jukes him out of his shoes, and still gets a gain of 10. Like, yes, the line is blocking better, but even when it's not, like, Kenneth Walker's making it happen, and that's just what he does. Did you see that play that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That
it was
play
fucking
was
nasty.
Crazy.
It was nasty, but that's what we expected to see from Kenneth Walker all year. But
yeah,
and we did see it a lot, to be fair. But by the time he juked the first person out, there's already 2 other guys coming through the line because like nobody was blocking, right? So,
and I think we had said that for whoever gets the most turnovers in this game is going to be the one that wins. And it just so happened that there was one turnover that happened in this game, and it was the Rams special teams that came back to bite them in the ass.
yeah,
That was probably the worst attempt at catching a or fielding a punt that I've ever seen. And I think the Seahawks special teams identified that this guy was from the very first punt. Not he was going to struggle to he was scared. He's playing scared out
Yeah,
there. You know.
I feel horrible for the guy, but
Oh, same. Yeah.
and a lot of this, I'm not even gonna lie. Like Xavier Smith, I think he's been fielding punts like pretty well the whole time, so he has the nerves of being in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is like he knows, and this is the special just the special teams being extremely special and not a bad way, in a great way for Seattle because he knows who is coming down to get him, right?
Yeah.
And he's low key scared as fuck, right? And he's nervous because he's in a championship game, and it just accumulated into like 2 muff punts, one for a loss, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way that Seattle's special team is playing right now, like they're actually such a big difference maker, and they're hitting people so hard that like nobody wants to even go out there. Especially when we're talking about twos and threes from the other team. It's like, dude, nobody wants to play against this Seattle special teams because their third stringers are just like going out there and playing like ones pretty much.
Yeah.
They're
I mean,
playing like
the depths of the depth of this defense and the depth of like just everybody on the team is everyone's good. There's not a weakness on the team. I will say the one the one thing that I identified early that the Rams really did try to go after was Josh Jobe. Josh Jobe did not look anywhere near where I wanted him to be in this game.
mhm,
And
mhm.
he was definitely a weakness that in this that is something that they're going to have to watch out for against the Patriots because I think that um the Patriots can definitely identify that and go after him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like you can't have Job on Diggs, right? Like
right. Yeah,
that's like
exactly. It's just not.
that's the last thing you want.
And
And you really also can't have him on Kayshawn either, because Kayshawn's
no.
gonna burn him.
Yeah, and like I don't understand why it's not Tariq Woolen and Devin Witherspoon just at the corners. And
Where's Witherspoon? Where was he playing?
he was in. I mean, he was just playing. Either he was playing the nickel or they were just like switching plays. But I mean, Devin Witherspoon's been injured all season pretty much, so I think they're watching
Yeah,
his count. And at the
but they're
same
not gonna
time,
be for the Super Bowl, hopefully.
yeah, you'd think, right? So that was an interesting thing to me. That well, not interesting, but it was just a glaring weakness that
But
I
Joe
saw.
was on Devontae most of the game, right? Like that's a
Yes,
tough matchup.
that is a very tough matchup. That is very true. And I mean, he had some nice plays. He had some times where maybe that against somebody else, Devontae would have had a ball. Devontae would have had a touchdown, but it didn't. It didn't happen. So I mean, he did a good job, but there was some things that I saw that I was like, damn, this is
Yeah.
frustrating. Not really with the whole rest of the defense though. I mean, Nickham and Worried once again is just for me. I defensive rookie of the year. I don't know why. I don't know how he wouldn't win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because he's been so good. And he comes in with he has a heart full of fire. Like he really does. You could tell he cares about his boys, and he also he plays so smart in the positions that he gets himself in. There was a play where he was playing man to man on Devonte Adams, in the slot, and Devonte Adams it was like a 10-yard dig, and Nickham and Ward played perfect defense on it, and denied him. But also at the same time, like hit him pretty hard. Like as a receiver, I think you're gonna think twice. Even as a really experienced receiver, you're gonna think twice before you try to make a move on somebody like that because it might just not be worth it. Um, I really thought
I
that
think
that was a huge, huge factor of this game was seeing Nickham and Worry just like making guys play skirt against him.
it's interesting that in the NFC we have this the second year in a row that we have the most dominant rookies coming out of the you know, coming out of the draft, going to a team, and then they're making the Super Bowl. Like last year, we had Cooper DeJean,
Yep.
who got a pick six in the Super Bowl, and now we have Demon Worry, who's just coming out and playing just as good as ball as Cooper DeJean was last year. So I
Yeah.
think that's pretty interesting to see that. Oh, the other thing I want to say is that I was very wrong about this game. Partly because I do think that you're right. In Seattle had one, they got a turnover, right?
Yep.
They got a turnover from the LA Rams. But I also want like people like Rams fans, like you guys didn't lose this game because Xavier Smith fumbled the ball. Because let's not forget that the Rams were coming out on they got held to a fourth down. They're coming out and they're gonna punt the ball, and Tariq Woolen completely blows it, right? So Tariq Woolen goes over, gets an unsportsmanlike conduct, gets him 15 more yards. Now the drive continues, and then the very next play gets burned by Puka, and
Yeah.
Puka scores.
Yep.
So that's low key a turnover. Like, let's just be honest on what it is. It low key is a turnover for a touchdown, which is the exact same thing that happened on the Xavier Smith fumble. So that completely is even, in my opinion. But the thing that I was wrong about here was I thought that Seattle was going to win the turnover battle, which technically they did. But I was saying that they needed to win the turnover battle, and Sam Darnold needed to, Sam Darnold was just going to game manage the game and be fine. No, Sam Darnold was literally elite in this game, like just straight up elite. I have like literally zero fucking notes for this man, bro. Like he actually was just playing so good.
Yeah. He played out of his mind. Like every single thing he did, it turned to gold.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, if you can spread the ball around the way he did to your receivers and tight ends, there's nobody else that can match it. But
Yeah.
also, if you're getting your primary blocking receiver, Jake Bobo, a touchdown on a 17-yard play.
Bro, on a fucking dime, bro. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, bro. Like that throw was so good. It was literally put in the only place where Bobo could catch it.
Yep.
And Bobo went up and made the play. I was like, this is just cinema right now.
Yeah. I mean, it really was. As soon as you see Jake Bobo get a touchdown, you knew that this game was gonna be. It was done. It was dusted.
Also, shout out to our fucking group chat. Like, as soon as Jake Bobo scored, everybody was like, "Jake Bobo touchdown, fuck you." I thought that was so fucking funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and then Cooper Kupp got his revenge touchdown. I think the one thing that Sam Darnold does really good, especially in these like in like the high scoring games, dude. And this is like the Seahawks in general, and like the offensive coordinator, dude. They're giving Jackson Smith and Jigba like really easy catches to warm him up, which is exactly what you need to do with receivers like him. Like, just get him warmed up, get his confidence right, you know, get him like a couple slant routes, give him a couple like short out routes, and then like fucking now just fucking hit the dagger. Like, get his fucking hands warmed up, and now just like keep fucking throwing hard balls at him.
Yeah.
And he's coming down with like everything. It's like just insane to see. Rashid Shaheed get a massive 51-yard catch, as well. Also, I want to just shout out like Kenneth Walker in the pass game, but just both the running backs in the pass game. Kenneth Walker got a couple really good catches, but also Greg Kalani. Like, bro, he had 27 yards, but like those were pretty. Or it's actually George Kalani, but he got a 3 for 4 for 27 yards, and 2 of those catches were pretty big. Pretty big, like second down catches to get all the way up to 2nd and 1 or first down. So I just want to say, like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
That is exactly what you need. I mean, he the, he played well. You know, he looked good. I mean, his first game coming out of IR. He had been injured for a long time. You know, on the practice squad, and he turned up. I won't lie. I really do wish that we would have kept fuck, what's his name? Damian Martinez, because we had him on the team.
Yeah.
But you know, George Holani played well. I was really I was very happy for him.
Yeah, I mean, everything. I think this game went like pretty much as well as it could have gone for Seattle. I mean, we knew Stafford was going to come out and throw bombs, but I mean, they Seattle did what they needed to do. They kept the running backs under 100 yards. Kyron Williams could not get anything going really on the ground.
He could not.
Blake Corum had a better day, but still, like, they just failed to see that he had the hotter hand coming in. But like, it wasn't that. I mean, it wasn't that much hotter. Like, let's be honest. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah. No,
The
it was
defense
not.
just like kind of stopped them, right? So
Yeah.
that was good. But the thing is, like, Puka. The one thing that was really fun to see in this game was like the matchup between Puka and Smith and Jigba. Like, the two best receivers in the league this year, and I think it's not even like question. It's not even a debate, right?
No, it's not.
And 9 for 14 for 165, and Jigba goes 10 for 12, 153. They both get a touchdown. And I gotta say, like, I think Seattle played for the most part pretty good defense on Puka. There was that one touchdown grab that he got that one got burned. Like, let's just be honest, but. Dude, Puka, I mean, a lot of Puka's catches were contested or on the sideline. They were tough catches, and he was making them, bro. Like, there was just sometimes you're just watching, you're just like, I mean, what else can you do as a defender here? Like, I just don't know. Like, Puka is just on another level right now, man. He is just making, like, every contested catch. It just doesn't matter.
So, question for you. Going into, kind of shifting away from this game, but also kind of staying along with it. Going into the draft next season, who are your number one and number two wide receivers getting taken? Like, it's got to be Puka and JSN,
Puka.
Yeah? It has to be. It has to be Puka and JSN.
I fucking hope not, because I should have kept them in the second round. Yeah, I mean, it probably is. It probably is. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what happens in the offseason, because I still think you could take Ja'Marr Chase. I'm actually, like, much less of a Ja'Marr Chase enjoyer than a lot of other people are, especially in fantasy, because he kind of lights up the end of the season, but like you're gonna lose games at the beginning of the season for whatever reason. The Bengals start slow every year.
Yeah,
and that's just how it is. And like that's why I said at the beginning of the year this year, and they did start slow. And not only that, but they started extremely slow because Joe Burrow got hurt.
Well, it's also not going to be Jay Jettas either, because I think the same reason.
He can't. I don't know what they're gonna do at quarterback, but
I don't know.
If they're gonna keep,
they gotta switch it up.
I think they should trade Justin, because if they want to develop this kid, like, it's gonna take at least 3 more years.
Damn.
I mean, that's just me. I think you just trade him, and you got to just get draft picks for the future, because he's not even going to want to stay. He's going to be demanding a trade by the middle of next season.
Listen to this. The Vikings outlook at the end of the 2024 season. 14-3, made the playoffs, $61.25 million in cap space. Sam Darnold on the roster, Daniel Jones on the roster, 5 draft picks, first included. Seemingly strong leadership, and now the Vikings outlook at the end of the 2025 season. 9-8 record, missed the playoffs, negative $40,943,588 in cap space. JJ McCarthy is the starting quarterback. Sam Darnold playing in the Super Bowl for the Seahawks this year. 8 draft picks, first included, and your GM is fired.
Yeah, I mean, I think the GM being fired I think it's partly like the first part of it was Daniel Jones playing so well on the Colts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just like, okay, so you're on thin ice already. And then I think Sam Darnold just broke the ice completely, right? Like, getting to the Super Bowl, it's just like, okay, you can't. He went 14-3 last year. Like, come on, bro. What the heck? He's the only quarterback in NFL history to go 14 wins 2 years in a row, isn't he?
Yep, he certainly is.
That's freaking nuts.
He's not the first quarterback to do that. He's the first quarterback to have 14 wins in 2 seasons in a row for 2 separate teams.
Oh, for 2 separate teams.
Yes.
That's still nuts.
Still wild. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, Sam Darnold, if he wins the Super Bowl, bro, if he wins the Super Bowl, we're talking about and he continues to have like a above average career. I mean, we're talking Hall of Fame. Like that stat alone is insane.
With him winning the Super
And
Bowl already, I think it's gonna
and
be
with a
Hall of
Super Bowl ring, like it's like we're talking about like
Fame.
Sam Darnold Hall of Fame, which is hilarious. Like nobody would have ever fucking said that 2 years ago.
No, but
Nobody would have ever fucking said that shit, bro.
I
Like
know.
that's so fucking wild. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
I don't,
with
I don't
you.
know what else we could really say about this game. I think the Seahawks defense. I think a lot of people are gonna look at the Seahawks defense and be like, dude, they played like absolute shit. They gave up 27 points, but like, I think they played really good defense. The Rams were just making fucking plays, and they completely shut down the run. I
Hmm.
mean, less than 100 yards rushing with Kyron Williams and Blake Corum, like what they've done this season. That's a that's a huge win. Um, and obviously their special teams played great again. And I expect them to get to play like their special teams is going to be the difference. I don't know if it's going to be the difference in the Super Bowl, but I think the Seattle's special teams is so much better than everybody else's, especially the Patriots. Like I think they're going to make a ton of plays on special teams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm with you. Also, just going back to Sam Darnold with the Vikings for just a second. The reporting after the Vikings fired their GM is that Kevin O'Connell did not want to keep JJ McCarthy. He wanted to trade him. He wanted to go in the way of Sam Darnold. Just
Why wouldn't you?
throwing
He's
that out there.
young, dude. He was what was he? He was 20. He was just turned 27, I think, at that time. He's still young.
Sam Darnold?
Like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I know. It's
He
it's
and McCarthy's like what? McCarthy's like 22 or 23. Like it's only a 4-year difference,
yep,
and Sam Darnold's already developed completely.
yep.
It's just I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, right? Just so bad. Just so bad.
I
Just
don't
such a bad decision.
understand, but hey, that's part of the game. You see, you got to gamble, and that's part of the game for those GMs. You got to gamble, and sometimes it doesn't work out, and sometimes you
I
lose.
guess. I guess you're right. I
But
guess you're right.
I think it's way
But
easier for me.
like it was okay. But you know what it is, and like I'm gonna bring up the dumbest fucking example, but this reminds me of the Family Guy episode when they're buying a boat
Uh huh.
and they go to the dealership to buy the boat, and the dealership guy is like, "Okay, here's your in this hand you get a boat, but in this other hand you can get a mystery box." And they're like, "Oh, I'm taking the mystery box." And it's like, "But the boat's right there. That's what you want. You want the boat, right?" No, I want the mystery box actually. Like that's what I think about when I think about this decision. Like you haven't seen this dude play like at all.
Yeah.
The only thing you've seen is a national championship where he threw the ball like 10 times and won. Is that really enough? Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, regardless of that, I think in the future with these GMs, we're gonna start seeing decisions being made based off of like Kalshi to maybe save themselves money for the team.
That's fucking dumb.
I mean, I trust me, I know, but I guarantee you that they're gonna be trying to make money like this.
That'd be wild if they start doing fucking Kalshi shit, bro.
I agree.
As if the Kalshi odds don't change like literally on a whim.
Yeah.
uh, but okay, I don't really have anything else to say. Do you want to save the Super Bowl like analysis for next week? Because I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fine.
Okay.
We
I
do.
want to talk about. Let's talk about Pro Bowl first.
Okay.
I mean, there's not really much to say. It's just the Pro Bowl picks, right? Which were a little bit weird.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So the first sub for the Pro Bowl was Shadur Sanders in the AFC
Mm-hmm.
for quarterback. What are we thinking here?
I don't know, man. I don't understand. I people that say that Shadur Sanders is gets put into the Pro Bowl, as a replacement to Drake May, obviously, right? People out there saying that it's just a popularity contest. That's all it is. I don't know if that's true. because Shadur Sanders is really unpopular for a lot of people. It's very controversial that he's even here in the first place. It was controversial that he was even the starting quarterback for the Browns at the end of the season, whereas like you don't have anything to lose at that point. And now that it's come out that Kevin Stefanski didn't want to get Shadur Sanders, and they went and got Dylan Gabriel instead, and they pretty much made a bet with the higher ups, with the GM, that when the next pick came around, they were going to take Shadur Sanders, and if Shadur works out better, we're getting rid of you, and that's exactly what happened. It's really interesting to me that you have that, and then all of a sudden, end of the season comes around. Shadur has a pretty good 5-game stretch, 6-game stretch, and then he gets a Pro Bowl vote for that, for having a good 6-game stretch. Like, there's quarterbacks in the AFC that had better stats than him that maybe should have gotten it as a replacement over him. I just, I just don't understand. You know what I mean? I just don't get the picks. I don't get a whole lot of things. I don't think, but
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
so the Shadur alternate, you have to believe that Trevor Lawrence didn't want to come, right?
You've got
He
to.
didn't want to play in the Pro Bowl. There's just no fucking shot, bro, that he did not get put in
Yeah,
before Shadur.
like it's got to be that he got contacted and he said, "I ain't going to play in the fucking Pro Bowl." Which, I mean, at this point, I don't blame him. Like I wouldn't want to go play in the Pro Bowl at this moment in time if I were in the NFL. Like, the Pro Bowl is kind of just like what is it at this point? There used to be a meaning to it. It used to be fun. But for me right now, I don't view the Pro Bowl as like something that's must-watch television anymore.
But I mean, let's just say like not as an alternate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like Justin Herbert, but like Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert in this situation, I gotta go with Trevor Lawrence, like for
Agreed.
AFC. Like that's
100%.
just wild that he made it, that Justin Herbert made it over. I think they both played really great this year. I do for
Mm-hmm.
regular season, right? I think they both played great. Justin Herbert, especially, with the line that he had, but Trevor Lawrence was absolutely lining the field up. He had like 300-yard games in a row. Like
Yeah.
his end of the season was so phenomenal. Like honestly, his last 10 games were pretty fucking good. So I just don't understand like how that happened. Uh,
Even Bo
but
Nix not being, and like, I get he's injured,
that's
but
crazy.
that's wild.
That's crazy. Like not Herbert over Knicks this
Yeah,
season. Like I just don't know, dude. Like that just doesn't make a lot of sense.
makes no sense.
Um. So yeah, Shadur Sanders replaces Drake May. Joe Flacco. I'm fine with Joe Flacco being an alternate. I think he played really good for Cincinnati while
Yeah,
he was playing. He had. I mean, they were losing games, but like, dude, he was going for like 400 yards, bro.
like
Like, there was nothing else he could have done to win those games. The defense shit was just ass.
no C.J. Stroud. Like, C.J.
Yeah,
Stroud had a good season.
he just played okay.
He had a
That's true. I mean,
better.
over Shadur and Joe Flacco, and he
Exactly.
played like a lot of the games, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
um, T.
Sat.
Higgins replaces
Mhm.
Zay Flowers. For some reason, Zay Flowers doesn't want to go play in the Pro Bowl, which is a little weird. But T. Higgins, I think, probably should have made it over Zay anyway.
Anyway, yeah, I would agree with that.
Dalton Kincaid replaced Travis Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes sense that Travis Kelsey does not want to play in the Pro Bowl right now
Yeah.
at this point in his career. If he wants to come back and play again, he doesn't want to like randomly hurt something. Tyler Warren replaces Brock Bowers. I think that's definitely fine, right?
Yeah.
Like Brock Bowers also doesn't want to play in the Pro Bowl. It is what it is.
Can
And then
do,
Texans guys
I just want to
defense,
give you a
obviously.
little trivia here, just real quick. Can you name the last year that the New York Jets had an offensive Pro Bowler? And can you name who that Pro Bowler was?
The Jets
The
had a Pro
Jets.
Bowler.
The last time the Jets had a Pro Bowler. What year was it and who was it?
Man, that makes me think it's not recent, but like I want to say Garrett Wilson in his second year, which would have been like 2021.
It is surprising that that isn't the correct answer because it's not.
Because that was a 1,000-yard season for him, right?
Yeah, and I think that should deserve Pro Bowl consideration, but he did not make the Pro
So
Bowl.
it's
in
not
that
it's
year.
not him. Okay,
Nope.
Jesus Christ. So we're going back.
Yep.
Was it Mark Sanchez and his QB?
It was after that.
Oh, okay.
So that year, I mean,
So was it Quinnen Williams?
nope, not Quinnen Williams.
Okay, then I have no idea. That's
It
like all
was
the Jets players I can name.
2015. Brandon Marshall was the last offensive player to
Brandon
make
Marshall?
the Pro Bowl for
Brandon
the New
Marshall?
York Jets in 2015.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know how Garrett Wilson doesn't get consideration for his 2021 season. I think that's kind of bullshit in my
He
opinion.
was like, wasn't he? He was like wide receiver 10 or something like that, right? Like, it was
I mean,
pretty
yeah,
good.
he's good. But I guess there was a lot of good receivers that year, which is
Yeah, there
understandable.
was.
I just thought that was a little interesting tidbit. Uh, the New York Jets obviously had no people on the roster for the Pro Bowl. Their top candidates for Pro Bowlers were their punt returner and kick returner Isaiah Williams, and he had 2 touchdowns this season,
Oh,
and their punter Austin McNamara. So
let's go. Wait, I want to go over the NFC alternates real quick.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
Cowboys. So Jake Ferguson replaces George Kittle, which is fine.
Yep.
I didn't know Jake Ferguson was ready to play. I thought he hurt himself pretty bad. At one point, was he back at the beginning, at the end of the season? Maybe he was.
He was, I believe, yeah.
Bears cornerback Nahshon Wright replaces Eagles Kenyon Mitchell, and then Kayshawn Nixon replaced Devon Witherspoon. Jared Goff replaced Sam Darnold. I think that's fine. I think that's pretty good. Jared Goff always has good stats.
I'm sorry, kid. Keep on going. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I'll be right back. Oh.
So CeeDee Lamb replaced Jackson Smith and Jigba, which again that makes sense. So I think the Cowboys, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb both are going to the Pro Bowl, which is that's going to be kind of fun because they kind of lit up the. It'll be kind of fun to see like the Cowboys offense just all at the Pro Bowl. Like that's going to be hilarious. And then here's Eagles QB Jalen Hurts is going to be added, but we don't know who he's replacing. I wonder. It's probably Stafford. I would doubt that Stafford wants to play. I think the older you get, like for the Pro Bowl, it's probably just like, okay, I'm not gonna hurt myself doing the Pro Bowl stuff, right? So I think that's probably what it is. But Jalen Hurts, bro. I don't know how that could be. I don't know how that could be. Jalen Hurts getting added. Like I just don't. I just don't understand how you could do this. Like, there's gotta be better QBs that were playing in the NFC this year. Like Jordan Love. I would put Jordan Love in more than Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts had a horrible season this year. He did it was really bad. Caleb Williams also. He's not like Caleb Williams had probably one of the best seasons a second year QB could have ever had. Obviously Drake May was right there, but like Caleb Williams played a phenomenal season. I think I mean, who would you? I think we're getting into territory like Jalen Hurts or Bryce Young. Like I think I would probably I don't know if I'll put Bryce Young, honestly, because Jalen Hurts, at least he had like a better winning record, but Bryce Young is playing really good. Brock Purdy, like he's not in. He had a great season. He was hurt for a lot of it, but so was some of the alternates for the AFC. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, this is insane. I don't understand how you could ever I don't understand how you could ever put Jalen Hurts in over Jordan Love or Caleb Williams right now. Like your only explanation would have to be like one of these guys was hurt, or one of these guys didn't want to come in, or both of them didn't want to come in. It's just a very weird situation coming in from the Pro Bowl. Like this year, it's always like a little bit controversial, but I feel like this year is like really bad. But I mean, it really doesn't like matter that much because of like just some of the weird, like some of the weird stuff that they're doing like during the Pro Bowl now. Like it's not really the same as it used to be, obviously, but it's still like pretty cool to be in the Pro Bowl. It's just like you get guys that go that I don't think really deserve it. Okay, I kind of want to move to some of the news here. Let's see. Like the head coaching hires, I might want to wait for Logan to come back for this, but some of the head coaching hires have been so bad. So I mean, the first thing we can talk about here is the Bills firing McDermott. I mean, I think that was just a bad decision. I think you first fire the GM at this point because of just like how the team has been. Like their personnel has been really bad, and like defensively, especially like a lot of the games. I mean, I will say like that divisional round was on Allen. Like it just was. He had too many turnovers. That fumble was so bad. I do think the Brandon Cooks thing was a little bit controversial. I don't know if that should have been a pick, but I think that fumble was really a game changer, right? So I don't know if McDermott really could get fired for that, but then like promoting your GM to now being like the GM and the president of the team, like I just something's just not right there. That whole press conference was weird, and especially when he defended Bean for taking Keon Coleman, but we have footage of Bean being like, "Well, I hope nobody picks Keon, so he drops to us." That kind of made me feel like he wanted Keon. It made me feel like everybody wanted Keon, but the fact that they're just like kind of just blaming the whole thing on the coaching staff, even though we have footage of Brandon Bean also wanting Keon, is just a little bit weird. I think just the way that the draft has been going for Brandon Bean. I mean, obviously Brandon Bean picked Josh Allen, so you know you got to give some credit there. I mean, that was a great pickup. But other than that, I mean, genuinely the drafts for the Bills have not been very good. I think another person you can look at that was a good draft pick was Kincaid. Like Dalton Kincaid was good, but they haven't gotten a lot of they haven't gotten a lot of good guys since probably 2023, and especially on defense. I mean, they're just not good, man. Like they're just not good on defense at all, and a lot of that comes down to injuries. But I mean, a lot of it comes down to personnel. They have zero depth. Like if one guy goes down, it's like, oh, it's not good. Like I just don't understand how you can blame this on Sean McDermott when he's genuinely had a really shoddy defense with a really good quarterback, and you're pretty much blaming it on the coach who has gotten you to multiple playoff appearances, multiple AFC championships. It just seems not correct. It just seems like not the correct move. Like I think it's way more on the GM than anything. And I think a lot of people feel the same way.
I would have to agree with you on that, especially like firing Sean McDermott, in my opinion, is not going to make the difference for this team. You've got to. I think it's the GM that you've got to get rid of.
Here's another point. They hired the offensive coordinator.
Right, they hired Gannon. Yeah,
Gannon. So if you wanted a shift, you probably shouldn't have hired within the organization.
No, I agree.
But now you're kind of just going. You're kind of just going to Gannon.
It's a lateral step. Like
definitely. Well, I think it's at least backward. I mean, at least lateral.
Yeah, like, at least lateral. Exactly.
It's probably a backward step.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you're talking about a guy like Josh Allen, I think just leaving Gannon as OC would probably be fine.
Agreed.
I think you need to get yourself a defensive-minded head coach that can help with that really can help with getting guys on the defense that are good. And this is my problem with Bean. I think Sean McDermott has been in his ear trying to get defensive guys, but they're just not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they genuinely just like do not have depth on defense like whatsoever.
They do not.
And honestly, I thought their defense played pretty good in the playoffs. To be honest, like they were giving up a lot of points. Josh Allen had a few turnovers. Especially in that divisional round against the Broncos. I mean, the offense had 5 turnovers and they were still in that game, right? Like that game could have been ugly. That game could have been like a 45-pointer for the Broncos, but the defense really stuck with it. So, and that was like Sean McDermott's thing, right? He was defensive minded. So I just don't understand like kind of where they were coming from on this season.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're just looking at the past, but I mean, the owner came out and was pretty much just like, yeah, I just made a split-second decision when I went into the locker room that I was gonna fire McDermott. Like, okay, what?
Yeah, that's not what you like to hear. I don't know. I don't think I predicted that after the Bills lost that they were going to fire McDermott, and I also don't think it's McDermott's fault where coming up short every single year in the playoffs. Yeah. Like, yes, they maybe should have gone to a Super Bowl. But also, maybe you should draft better wide receivers.
The only one I think that it was on him was 13 seconds.
Yeah,
I think 13 seconds was definitely on him. That prevent defense was probably the worst defense he could have ran in that situation.
Agreed.
Especially when the Chiefs had a timeout, just leaving the middle of the field come wide open like that. Like that's not what you have to do in that situation. You just play man because, yeah. But that was a while ago. But that definitely had something to do with it. I mean, it's just him coming short like multiple times. But this season specifically was definitely not on him. If you want to know, it was on. A lot of it was on the personnel. A lot of that game was on Josh Allen, to be honest with you. Like it like that just is what it is. I mean, I just don't understand how you can run with the ball in your hand like that against the top 2 defense in the league. Like, God, that made my brain hurt.
Yeah, it's
like just tuck the ball, man. Like you've been doing it all year. Like I don't understand where this is coming from. Yeah, that was really bad. I mean, that was a really bad Josh Allen game. And okay, the other thing too was the owner was saying that they lost the game because of a bad call, because of the Brandon Cooks fucking call, which
it's
kind
true.
of agree with.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of agree with.
That was a horrible call. And it
also,
was for sure a catch.
so then now you're pretty much saying you fired the head coach because of the refs, which is crazy. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah,
they're
that's a tough one.
like. That's gonna send that team into shambles, in my opinion. I just don't think that they're gonna come back better. But maybe I'm wrong.
They will not come back better, and the window's completely. I think the window's probably shut at this point. If they if they make the Super Bowl next year, I would be flabbergasted.
Yeah,
Right?
I would be
Like,
shocked. They've got to get better wide receiver talent in that wide receiver room for sure, and it's not going to come from the draft. I think they've got to
so
go get Garrett Wilson. That's my opinion.
let's talk about some. Okay, let's talk about. Wow. Wait, what? Okay, so the Baltimore Ravens hiring Jesse Minter.
Yeah.
What? How do you feel about that?
Again, dude, it's a backward step in my opinion. I just don't
It's
think.
gotta be, man.
Yeah, they really, really, really just like. I think they fumbled the bag by letting Mike McDonald go. And I think they're starting to realize
Well,
that, and
yeah.
they're trying to take a shot in the dark to make it seem like they didn't, and I think it's just gonna backfire hard.
So Jesse Minter, for those that don't know, defensive coordinator for LA. I think for the Chargers. Excuse me. I can't just say LA for the Chargers, right? So the Chargers had a good defense, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe they want to get that fire back on their defense. Maybe they want to be more of a defensive team. I think that's the way the league is headed. So I don't think that's like a bad thing.
No.
But I don't know about this one, bro. I don't know.
I don't either. I'm not.
Pretty sure this is his
super
first head
keen on it.
coaching job, which it is. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't it for me.
No, same.
I don't like this hire at all.
Yep. Oh my god, fuck. Hold on.
There
we go.
I probably would have taken. I don't know. A lot of these places I feel like maybe took a coach too early.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills, Joe Brady. We already talked about that. That one's not. Oh wait, we didn't really. Did we talk about Joe Brady specifically? I don't know if we did, but
we didn't really know. But we kind of.
He's just the offensive coordinator for the Bills. Like, that's what it is. It's gonna be more of the same. I would be surprised if they got to the Super Bowl with him.
I would be too. The Pittsburgh Steelers hired Mike McCarthy, which is people
That's
saying
so bad.
It's awful in my opinion. I don't like it.
It's not good. Yeah, I mean it's such a Steelers move. Like,
it is, and quite frankly, like if they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers to stay by getting Mike McCarthy, like you guys are just a sad organization at that point.
What type of pull does this fucking dude have, bro?
I know.
He got Robert Saleh fired, and now he's getting goddamn McCarthy hired. Like, come on, bro.
I know it makes
Stop listening to
sense.
this man.
Yeah. I would be shocked if that team makes the playoffs next season. Shocked.
Yeah, I would be too.
They're not. It's not going to lead
their
them
defense
anywhere.
is so bad.
It's
like,
awful.
They've been bad.
Yeah, they have not been good.
All right. Let's see. So we got
the Giants hiring John Harbaugh like 5 days after he got fired.
Yeah, that's a dub.
100% a dub for the Giants.
That's a dub.
That team's on the up and up.
That Giants team.
That's got a lot of young talent. We haven't seen the Giants.
Yeah.
And this,
I don't think they're gonna make anything crazy next year. I think they might go like 9 wins. But I think it, like future, like I think like the second, third, fourth year, I think they're gonna be top contenders.
Yeah.
And I really like Jackson Dart. I think he's just an absolute baller. He just needs to be a little bit. He just needs to be a little bit smarter with how he protects himself.
Agreed.
And then we got the Browns. They hired Todd Monken.
I don't know really anything about this guy, to be honest with you. I'm
really
not
know
afraid
about him
to
either.
say that. I just don't know. I don't know.
What I heard about him was that he was really pushing to get Shedeur for the previous team. that he was coaching with.
Well, I mean, that's good that maybe he'll unlock
Oh yeah,
Shedeur.
yeah. He was trying to get Shedeur Sanders for the Baltimore Ravens. That was what was going on.
Okay.
He wanted Shedeur to be Lamar's backup. And he was really pushing to get him, apparently, but they didn't. Now he's the head coach for the Browns, so that's good because Stefanski would not let this man do shit. He would
Yeah.
not let Shedeur do anything.
No, he would not.
Shedeur should have got the starting job at the beginning of the season, which that was just ridiculous that he didn't.
Agreed. Yep.
But I don't really know anything about him. I honestly can't really say if it's good or not. To be honest, I really can't.
I can't either. I've got no idea.
I mean, he was the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, so I mean, the Ravens had a pretty good offense.
Yeah.
But that's also Lamar, so
yeah.
And then Tennessee Titans, Robert Saleh, I think is a really good hire. I like Robert Saleh as a coach. I thought he did pretty good with the Jets. He made the Jets a top 5 defense in the league.
Yep.
And then as soon as he was fired, they went straight down to like the 25th defense in the league. Without personnel change, just straight up by firing Robert Saleh.
100%, yeah. It's
the 49ers defense looked pretty good, especially with all the injuries that they had.
Oh my god!
And they made a divisional round this year. I mean, it was genuinely a great season for San Francisco. I mean, that team had no business getting 7 wins, let alone 12.
Yeah.
And then making a divisional round, beating the Eagles. Like that was genuinely very good. Yep. And I think Saleh's a great coach. I thought he got a lot of I thought if he was still with the Jets, I think the Jets would be just getting progressively better every year.
I do too.
Which exactly is what was happening with Robert Saleh as he was there, right?
Yeah.
So they would have probably been like a 9-win team this year. Next year they probably would have got a couple more wins. So it's just it's just the Jets being the Jets, and also that was all Aaron Rodgers too. Like that was fucking so ridiculous. But.
Yeah, it was. The Dolphins get Jeff Hafley. You know, this to me, the Dolphins right now, this team looked great 2 years ago. This looked like it could be a Super Bowl contender 2 years ago. And now this looks like a dead end, losing situation job to me. Like this is gonna be a really tough situation for Jeff Hafley to step into. It's gonna
be a rebuild for the Dolphins is needed, but I don't know where to go.
Yeah,
I think their line is fine. Their running back is great. Quinn Ewers, decent, I would say. He played pretty good.
That's not going to be their starting quarterback, dude. There's no way you're going to start him over Tua, right?
I think he looked better than Tua.
Fuck, man. It's just.
I mean, he was at least the couple of games he played, he was at least consistent. Tua will give you a 20 for 21 game for 300 yards, and then the next week throw 5 interceptions and have 2 fumbles, and you're just what the fuck?
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
But I think, and then Jalen Waddle, good. I don't think Tyreek Hill. I don't think he has. I think he's gonna. I don't think he can play anymore. To be honest with you, I think that break was really bad. That was a Nick Chubb type of break situation, and he's 33. I just don't see how he can recover from this.
So I will say that this is a Matt LaFleur coaching tree hire, because Hafley was with the Packers for the past 2 seasons as their defensive coordinator. Okay. And the Dolphins' new general manager, John Eric Sullivan, has been the Packers' vice president of player personnel for the past couple years. So you're uniting Green Bay Packers coaching tree stuff to the Dolphins, and we'll see if it works. I don't have very high hopes that it will.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too, is that this is a patience hire, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you can't really expect much to happen on this team for a good 3 years. This is a really big rebuild, a really, really big rebuild, and I think starting with the defense is good. The Dolphins haven't had a dominant defense in a very long time. They've always really been middle of the pack. I think that's where you have to start with them. Is just getting an absolutely kick-ass defense, and then I think Quinn Ewers you can turn into a pretty decent game manager, but at some point you probably have to move off of him. But I think their offense is like genuinely okay. They probably need like one more wide receiver, but I mean, it's one of those situations where it's like you're trying to get defensive guys so much in free agency and in the draft that like you just have to rely on your wide receiver scouts to get you somebody in the later rounds. Here's the other thing that I didn't bring up, but like these GMs being hired and fired and whatever. If you're gonna go like based off of like just straight up misses, I mean, shouldn't every GM be fired for passing on Puka Nacua? And I mean, he was picking the 5th round,
100%.
right? So like that's another thing with like the Brandon Bean situation where I'm just like, bro, you passed on fucking Puka. Like I don't know, man. Like you were looking for a receiver, you had a guy in the 5th round, and you just passed. Like I just don't understand. I mean, everybody else did, but I mean that was a 5th round guy you could have gotten, and that would have been a huge for that team. Um, but I think yeah, for the Dolphins, you kind of just need to get a 5th, like a late round guy that you can just like shoot in the dark and like actually give them a shot. I see a lot of these teams like I think Puka's really lucky that he got picked by the Rams because McVay just like throws guys in. I think a lot of teams they get rookie like receivers or rookie running backs and they do not give them the chance at all. Like they never see what they have. They like barely put them in like in preseason games. Like that's what Kansas City does. That pisses me off. Like they just don't give their rookies a chance at all to play. I think more. I think for like how rebuilds are going right now, like I think coaches need to pick guys, and then like your late round guys, you need to get on the field and just see what they have, because you're not. I don't think any team's gonna get better without doing that.
Yeah, I'm with that. Um,
Like imagine if Puka's just like on the bench because he just doesn't get a chance to play. Like
yeah.
that would be fucking nuts, right? So, the is that all the coaching hires right now?
Well, there's some offensive coordinator hires that I think are pretty important, like Mike McDaniel to the Chargers, Eric Bieniemy
I
getting
like
signed by the
that, by the way.
Chiefs, which we said all season needed to happen, is that Eric Bieniemy
Yeah,
needed to come back and be the Chiefs' offensive coordinator. That's a huge, huge signing for the Chiefs.
that was like the least like that. That's what we needed a change at coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm like definitely that this is a situation that I'm completely fine with. Like,
Yeah, I'm with you with
but
that. Yeah,
I would have liked to get somebody outside of Andy Reid's coaching tree, but like the enemy back, I think is great.
I do too.
I think Matt
Also,
Nagy just brings no fucking fire to this team whatsoever. Like not like what Bieniemy did. Like, dude, Bieniemy. A lot of people don't like fucking understand. Like in our playoff runs, especially I think the 2022 or 2021, the one that we were down every single game by 10
yeah,
points or more. Like Bieniemy was on the fucking sideline firing everybody up. Matt Nagy would not have done that. We would have lost everyone this game if Matt Nagy was our coordinator. Like he at least like he brought like a lot of fire to the offense.
yeah.
So hopefully he can do that again.
There is a bad hire in here at the coordinator, in my opinion. Zach Robinson got hired as the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers. I don't think that's a good hire.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't like that.
We do have,
Honestly, if I if I was the Buccaneers GM, I would have tried to completely poach
oh
Eric
yeah,
Bieniemy
oh 100%.
because of like Bieniemy's scheme is a much more of a gunslinger scheme. I think it fits Baker Mayfield a lot,
Hmm.
and especially with the wide receivers and the running backs that Tampa Bay has. I'm surprised that they didn't try to go and poach Eric Bieniemy. To be honest with you.
Another good hire that I see in here is the Titans offensive coordinator hire. Not only did they get Robert Sala, but they also got Brian Daboll, and
Yeah,
Daboll was crucial at getting Josh Allen for the Bills. And now he's going to be able to work with Cam Ward, who beginning of the season, game looked really fast for him. He looked like he couldn't slow down, and by the end of the season he looked a lot better.
yeah, he
And,
did.
say what you want about starting a rookie, but when you know that is the rookie that you want, I think giving him as much time on the field in those situations is a very important thing.
Yeah.
And I think he got that time, and I think the game definitely started to slow down for him by the end of the season. So I think that's going to
Yeah.
be a really good hire for the Titans. I don't expect the Titans to be like a playoff team next season, but for sure improvement. There's no doubt.
The Titans need a wide receiver in this draft really bad, and
Yeah.
they probably should take a wide receiver first. I genuinely like all the receivers on the Titans, but Ridley was like not playing
Nope.
to the echelon that a lot of people thought he was going to play to this year, and then I think he got hurt,
He did. He's out for the
and
season
then
by week 10.
Ao Manor, I think he's a fine receiver. I think he's definitely a good. I think he can be a wide receiver 3. I think DK. I think he is a good receiver as well. They just don't have an alpha
They
at
do
receiver
not.
right now at
No,
all.
they do not.
Like Ridley could have been that guy. I mean, Ridley has really good separation, really good footwork, but I mean, he's getting older, and he got hurt, so it's just like they need a receiver really really bad.
Yep. They really, really do.
Running back wise, Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. I'm not like the biggest fan of that backfield, but I mean we saw Tony Pollard run all over the Cleveland defense, and they were definitely in the top 8 for defenses this year. So he can turn it on sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really. This Titans team has a lot of work to be done.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it's probably one of the hardest coaching jobs in the NFL in the past many years.
Yeah, agreed. Um, I also just saw a tweet that I want to read. Um,
Okay.
so there's saying first time this off season that the GM was fired while the head coach stays, which particularly makes sense in Minnesota. I don't fault Quessy at all for how he handled the QB situation. It's the poor second to seventh round drafting and irresponsible 2025 that's put the Vikings in a tough situation. And somebody responded to that saying, the QB situation isn't as black and white as choosing Sam Darnold over JJ McCarthy. It also
Bro,
includes
that's
it also includes misjudging Daniel Jones' interest, trading for Sam Howell, trading away Sam Howell, signing Carson Wentz off the street, starting Max Brosmer, and then telling the world to, quote, get ready for Max Brosmer. And I agree with all of that, genuinely.
yeah. I mean, bro. I mean, I have kind of a hot take. I mean, I really like. I genuinely like Sam Howell a lot. I think he played
Mm-hmm.
pretty good for the Commanders when he was
Yeah.
playing.
Yep.
He absolutely tore up Seattle in that game in 2023. He reminded me kind of like of Jameis Winston. Like he's kind of just like a gunslinger, a lot of interceptions, a lot of touchdowns, and I feel like they didn't really give him a chance to develop at all.
Yeah.
They kind of just got off of him like immediately. Um, yeah, I think Sam Howell like could be a
I'm
good
with you.
like transition QB and see like what will happen.
We
Like,
saw
because the
him.
last thing I want Sam Howell to do is end up like Jacoby Brissett, where it's just like, damn, he's fucking balling right now,
Yeah.
but now he's like 33.
We saw
You
him
know what I
last
mean?
season with the Seahawks, and I will say it wasn't great. So,
No, it wasn't.
but
No,
he got put into a really impossible situation with the
no
Seahawks too.
doubt.
So you got to think about that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't really have anything else to be honest with you.
Uh,
My,
I
eh,
have
I,
two other things. Arizona.
mm-hmm,
The open positions right now are Arizona, which I don't really give a fuck about, to be honest with you.
same here.
But also the Raiders, which
Yeah,
so I think the Raiders should just hire Signetti and then just draft their QB, and then you're kind of good. I don't know how you feel about that.
I think the Raiders should probably wait to try to find their head coach. Um, I genuinely think that Klubiak is probably going to be the one to get that job.
Yeah, I just think like what do you think that Signetti like what he did with Indiana? Like they were genuinely like a nobody team, like 2 wins last season,
Mm-hmm.
and Signetti comes in and completely
flips the
everything on its
culture.
head and they win the national championship with a ton of like 2-star, 3-star guys.
Yeah.
And the Raiders have the first pick now, so he can get his guy if he gets the job, and then he has to pretty much do the same thing in the NFL where he has to turn a team completely around.
Yeah.
In one of the hardest divisions in football, by the way.
Right. I don't know.
It probably is the hardest. Well, the AFC West and the NFC West are the hardest divisions in football right now.
Agree. 100%.
Especially with if the Raiders get better, like it's gonna the AFC West is gonna be a fucking bloodbath. Same with the Arizona Cardinals. So yeah, I mean it's just genuinely an interesting place. So, and you said you think Kubiak's gonna get the job at the Raiders?
I think Kubiak's gonna get the job. They're scheduled to have an interview with him. I think tomorrow, which is surprising considering like I don't think you should be able to interview anybody until after the Super Bowl's over if they're still on the team. But that's just me, personally.
Wait,
I
where's
think
Kubiak at right now?
he's the Seattle offensive coordinator.
Oh, he is. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Jesus, that's fucking dumb. He shouldn't be doing that right now.
Agreed. But I think it's gonna be Kubiak, man. There's just it's just no way that there's no way that they don't try to get him for as whatever they want. And I don't blame the reports are saying that he prefers going to the Raiders over the Cardinals. I agree. I wouldn't want to go to the Cardinals right now. I would much rather go to the Raiders. But
yeah,
I don't know. You have the number 1 draft pick. You're not in a situation where you've got a veteran quarterback that's way better than your supposed star quarterback on the roster, and then you have to make the decision that the fans are going to hate. I don't know. It's just I think the Raiders are just better situation overall. Better fans, better stadium.
Yeah.
He can't agree officially to anything until after the Super Bowl, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I think the rules should change. I think you shouldn't be able to even talk to him until after that. But
I would make that a fucking rule.
yeah,
if I was just like the head coach, I'd be like, dude, don't do that right now. We're about to go to Super Bowl. You fucking idiot.
And also, apparently, Schefter says that Kubiak is definitely getting the Raiders or Cardinals head coaching job after the Super Bowl. There's not a doubt about it. Kubiak. Evidently, and I would really prefer if he didn't get the Cardinals job because that's going from in Division 2 hero to being a rival. And then that kind of puts into question who are the Seahawks going to get for the 3rd season in a row, a new offensive coordinator again? And who's that going to be? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't like that at all.
I genuinely don't agree with if you're a coordinator, if you're a coach.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a coordinator or the head coach, I don't agree with just like leaving your team after a Super Bowl. Like, bro, what? I don't know. That's just me. Like ever since Bieniemy did that with the Chiefs, I was just like, dude, that's just an idiotic move.
Agreed.
Like, stay with the dynasty, bro. You're gonna get your head coaching job if you win 2 or 3 Super Bowls with this team.
Yep.
But yeah, all right. Well, that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all I've got too. My neck is killing me. I've got to get out of this chair. So, I think we're gonna end it there. But we'll be back next week with Super Bowl preview and Super Bowl Sunday. We're not going to be live, but we will be in the same place, and it's going to be a good time because
yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to make a pizza, I think. So
sick.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in if you did, and this is going to be on the VOD now for YouTube, so we're out here. We'll make sure to make a better plan for shows too, considering we don't have fantasy to talk about the whole time. So
yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Well, have a good day. Have a good weekend, and enjoy the Pro Bowl.